And yes, we are ready to start. Hello, everyone, and good morning, traders. At this time, we are discussing London session opening. Today, we are doing live stream very early in the morning, and today we will discuss how to trade London session today, how to trade New York session today, and fortunately, preparing for today's live stream, I found a bunch of trading setups for today's discussion. So, what we are going to do on today's session, we'll discuss consolidation trading a lot because, as you know, it is the summertime market now, and obviously, summertime market is always weak. It is boring in some sense, and definitely the market behavior changes during the months of summer, especially in July and the first half of August. And for that exact reason, our trading strategies, our trading plan change a bit following the changes of the market behavior. And for that reason, on today's live stream, we will discuss consolidation trading more. We'll discuss different ways of trading consolidation, but also we will cover some trend trading. We will cover some trend following. Yes, and I guess you saw that gold and silver turned out very bullish this week, and I prepared for you some discussion about trend following trading, gold and silver. And of course, as always, a very important element of our live stream will be a Q&A. So during the live stream, feel free to ask your questions. Feel free to join a discussion. If something is not clear in my analysis, always feel free to ask your questions. And of course, if you want me to analyze some instrument for you, if you want me to check some forex pair, altcoin or something else, just let me know in the live chat, and I will share the analysis with you. So always feel free to join the discussion. And first, before we start analyzing the charts, say hello in the live chat. Show me your presence. Show me that you are ready for watching and listening. And by the way, if there are any issues with the live stream, if there are any lags, if there are some problems with mic or the chart is lagging and not loading, please immediately let me know in the live chat. As I said, always repeat, it is the best and the quickest way to fix the live stream and to continue streaming. Hello, Ikram. Nice to see you. Nice to see Fanizi and Munir here. Nice to see D. Nice to see hi. Mimbank, Jim, Ivana, FX5, Cameron, Makimkantla. I hope I pronounce your name correctly. And by the way, if I pronounce your name incorrectly, don't be angry. Yes, and we have a very international community here, and of course, I don't know how to read, for example, some of the I don't know, Asian names. So if I pronounce your name incorrectly, sorry, just let me know how to pronounce it correctly. Nice to see Sibia watching from South Africa. Nice to see Webman, Hiba, Travel, Rina, Jill. Thank you for joining. Morning from Zimbabwe. Yeah, nice. It's great that you are watching, and it's great that you joined. Mukundam Mkiandala. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. By the way, I was in Zimbabwe last spring. I was visiting the Victoria waterfall, and that was fantastic, and I really enjoyed. I guess I was there for just 2 days, but I really enjoyed my stay there, and now I'm recommending all my friends to visit Victoria waterfall because so far I haven't been in in South America. There is this biggest waterfall in Brazil. I don't remember what is its name. Sorry for my dumbness, but Victoria waterfall so far is the greatest waterfalls that I've seen in my life. Yeah. Hello, Madola. Thank you for joining. Heidi here. Manish, namaste. Thank you for joining. Yeah. So, what I wanted to start our today's discussion with is, as you know, traders, I guess many of you noticed that though since I guess the middle of June, there are some movements. Most of the time, the forex market is a bit stubborn now, and very often it trades in ranges. It consolidates. We see a lot of parallel channels. We see some random zigzags, and one of the examples of the consolidating market is on WTI crude oil, and that is the first instrument that I wanted to analyze with you on today's discussion. I want to show you how I trade consolidation with my multiple time frame analysis trading strategy, how exactly I'm looking for a signal, what exactly is the entry confirmation. I will show you the step-by-step trading plan that I use for trading different instruments, and I think WTI crude oil would be a very great instrument to start our today's discussion with. And if you're here the first time, the trading strategy that I use is called top-down analysis trading strategy. It is a trading strategy that is based on the analysis of multiple time frames, and we start the analysis from a higher time frame. We analyze the trend, key levels, and stuff, and then on lower time frames, we look for confirmation entries. So let's analyze WTI crude oil. Let's start with the daily. That is going to be the first time frame that we start our analysis with. That is the time frame where we analyze the so-called directional bias, where we analyze the market trend, where we are trying to understand the market sentiment, and where we are looking for significant supports and resistances, liquidity zones for trading. Analyzing WTI crude oil in a daily time frame, you can see that though globally the global trend is bearish since spring, the sentiment started to change. We started to trade in the minor bullish trend, and then since the second part the live stream started, yes, watermark here it goes. Yeah, by the way, we got some, yeah, I guess we saw some minor connection problems. That is why the settings did not open. I hope that now it works. It works better. Yes, watermark. Yes. So during the live stream, traders, one more thing that I forgot to mention is that during the live stream we will analyze a lot of different instruments. We will analyze a lot of different charts, and in the middle of the screen, you will find a trading instrument and the time frame that I analyze. So if you are lost, just check the middle of the chart. There you will find the trading instrument and the time frame that I analyze. So with all that being said, you can see that since the second part of June, WTI crude oil became extremely weak and the market is barely moving. And in this slow market, we can find a very peculiar range. You can see that now the market is trading within this horizontal parallel channel. And horizontal parallel channel is a classic consolidation pattern. This pattern signifies the weakness of the market. It signifies that the market trades in sideways. It signifies that the market is not in a trend. And for you, such a pattern may provide a lot of profitable trading opportunities. Every time when you spot a horizontal parallel channel, you should know that the resistance of the channel is a very important structure from where you can look for selling. It is a very important structure from where you can look for selling opportunities, while the support of the range is always a very strong structure, very strong area from where you can look for buying. Because the idea is that once you spotted a consolidation within a horizontal parallel channel, when you see that the market is trading in sideways, the idea is that with the absence of high impact fundamental news, the market is going to continue staying within the range. And from the resistance of the range, we are going to see a bearish movement. And from the support of the range, we are going to see a bullish movement. And sometimes the market spends months within such ranges. And sometimes we see 5, even 6 bullish movements from support and 5, 6 bearish movements from resistance. So you can imagine how much money you could make trading such ranges. The only problem is that though there is a high chance that crude oil is going to rise from that support, though there's a high chance that that support is going to be respected, it is not enough to just analyze a daily time frame and to blindly buy the market from there. Why? Because smart money is going to manipulate the price action, they are going to manipulate the market, and because of that we may see a lot of traps, we may see a lot of fake outs, and smart money will do everything to stop you out from the trade before real movement occurs. And you can see that yesterday, for example, we got a test of our support of the range and the price went way below that. The price went way below that, but then we closed perfectly respecting that support. It is an indication that here we could have a liquidity grab, a trap, and to avoid these traps, it is highly recommendable to analyze intraday time frames as well and consider intraday time frame analysis, intraday time frames for entries. So after we spot the consolidation on a daily, after we spot a test of a significant structure, the next step of our analysis will be to look for a strong intraday confirmation, for a strong intraday signal. If we open the 4-hour time frame and examine how the price acts on the 4-hour time frame, and by the way, 4-hour time frame is going to be the first intraday time frame that we will analyze, we will see a very peculiar picture. Look how strongly the market was falling when we tested the resistance of the range. After the test of the resistance of the range, the market started a strong bearish movement. But when we started to approach our support, market sentiment started to change. Intraday sentiment started to change, and you can see that the market definitely started to slow down. Then we went below our structure, and here presumably we got a fake out. And after that, the market started to recover, and we returned within our structure. So from such a perspective, what can be our signal to buy WTI crude oil? What can confirm the strengths of the buyers? In this consolidation, we can spot a nice intraday horizontal resistance. You can see that this intraday resistance is the area from where we got multiple intraday bearish reactions. That is the area where sellers are selling from. And testing that structure, we also formed a very classic bullish pattern. You can see that over here we have an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Look, over here is our left shoulder, then right here is the head, and then right here is the right shoulder. And if you don't see this pattern on the 4-hour time frame, on an hourly time frame, you will see this pattern in details. So with experience, you will be able to recognize these patterns. And what is the most important element of this pattern. Of course, it is its neckline, the minor resistance where selling orders are distributed. So how can we treat this pattern properly? What can be our plan right here? Our plan will be to wait for a breakout of a neckline of the pattern. We will need a 4-hour candle close above the neckline of this pattern to confirm the strength of the buyers. Violation of this neckline will not only signify the violation of an intraday resistance, it will also confirm an intraday change of character. Because from the trend analysis perspective, WTI crude oil is now trading in a minor bearish trend on a 4-hour time frame. That is our bearish price action. And in this bearish trend, this resistance is based on the last lower high. So when the price violates that, not only we will violate a strong resistance, but we will also violate an intraday bearish trend. I hope it is clear. And do not forget that fundamental analysis plays very important role in trading. And in order to break that resistance, crude oil will need a solid reason. Yes, it should be some catalyst, should be some trigger that will make the market participants start buying, breaking that intraday resistance. And for that reason, one of the main catalysts that may trigger strong directional movements are then using the economic calendar. And if we check the economic calendar for today, we can see that for today we have crude oil inventories data during the New York session opening. That is a very high impact news event. It is a very important news event that may increase market volatility on WTI crude oil dramatically. And that can be a catalyst, a signal for buyers to start buying. So we may expect a bullish breakout of our neckline of the pattern after the release of this news. Of course, the market may turn bearish as well. Of course, after the news, the market may drop way lower. But our plan is to buy, and for buying, we will need a breakout of that yellow resistance. And if the fundamentals aligns with the technicals, then we can buy, anticipating a bullish movement. So after we see a breakout of that yellow resistance, after a 4-hour candle closes above that, we can expect a bullish continuation. And where the market is going to go, our first goal for the trade will be, of course, our closest strong resistance. That will be the first structure where the market is going to go. And where will we buy from? We will buy on a retest of a broken neckline of the pattern. That will be the safest and the best entry for the trade. So buying from here, we will aim at that structure. Where will be our stop loss? Cheating a 4-hour inverted head and shoulders pattern formation, we can set our stop loss below the right shoulder. It will provide a relatively safe stop loss for this trade. And here is our complete plan for trading a consolidation on WTI crude oil. As you remember, on a daily, we spotted this wide horizontal range, and we spotted the test of its sub pattern. Then we will set a buy limit order on a retest of a broken neckline. Take profit will be based on the closest strong intraday resistance, and the stop loss is going to lie below the right shoulder. That is the plan. Let me know, traders, if everything is clear in this trading setup. Yes, that is the example of a consolidation trading. That is how we trade consolidations. And let me know, give me yes if you understood the logic and the idea of this trade. But like he says, watching for the first time all the way from South Africa. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I hope that you will enjoy today's live session. Then another cheating setup that I wanted to. So this is the example of a consolidation cheating, but of course, some of the instruments, some of the markets are trending, especially the indexes. And the next instrument that I wanted to discuss with you on today's session is US 100 index, and I see that Noah also has to analyze that. So if here we have a pullback consolidation trade, now let's discuss how to do trend following and how to trade break of structure. Let's open NASDAQ index US 100 and let's analyze it. What we see, and again, by the way, we start with the daily. Yes, as I said, daily time frame is our first time frame that we analyze. So in comparison to WTI Crude Oil, we can see that obviously US 100 index is strongly bullish. We are trading in a strong bullish trend since April, and the market keeps rallying. And though it is a summertime market, still the market manages to consistently update the highs. And if we zoom in the chart, we can see that a very important event occurred on the index recently. You can see that for quite a while, the index was consolidating within this range. You can see that we were trading in sideways, the market was consolidating, and in a strong bullish trend, the formation of such a range after a strong bullish wave is a perfect example of a bullish flag. So the idea is that after a strong bullish wave, the market becomes exhausted, buyers become exhausted, and for that reason the market slows down, the market starts trading in sideways, and buying orders start accumulating again, and this accumulation happens within this range, within this horizontal parallel channel. And the idea is that a breakout of the resistance of the channel is a strong trend following signal that signifies that bullish accumulation is over, that buyers are strong enough to break that resistance, and that is the signal that the bullish trend is going to continue and that the market is going to go up to the new highs. And one more thing that is so important in this trading setup is that after a breakout of the resistance of this range, its broken resistance turns into a strong support, into a zone from where we can look for buying, from where we can look for a signal to buy. So you can see that after a breakout, the market updated the high, and now we are retesting a broken structure. So on lower time frames, on intraday time frames, we will look for a continuation for taking trend following long trade. So let's open a 4-hour time frame and let's discuss, let's analyze the price action there, and let's look for some clues. The first thing to note is that after we updated the high, the market became quite strongly bearish. Yes, I guess you see that the market dropped quite strongly, but once we tested our broken structure, our strong support, you can see that we were nicely rejected. From that, then we started to form doji candles, and that is the signal that the excess of this supply, the excess of the local market supply that made the market drop, was completely absorbed by the buyers when that support was reached. For us, it is definitely a positive sign. It is the signal that buyers continue buying, and that breakout right here is not false. Then, if we analyze on the hourly time, we have a strong intraday resistance right here. Yes, let me show you that we have a strong intraday bullish resistance. Sorry, got a lag again. Yeah, sorry, there are some for some reason. Wait a second. Yes. Sorry, traders. Yes, sometimes unfortunately there are those problems with the internet that occur for for no reason, you know. So yeah. And by the way, if as I said, if there are any problems, please report me them immediately in a live chat. Yes, that will be the best solution to fix the issues with the live stream. So anyway, on an hourly time frame, we see this strong intraday resistance. It was a support in the past, and after a breakout, it turned into resistance, and the market started to nicely respect that. You can see that the price dropped 2 times from that already. And at the same time, we can also see a tendency of a price to update higher lows. So here was our last low, and then we set a higher low right here. Then we set a higher low right here. Then we set a higher low right here. So it is a very nice example of a bullish triangle. It is a very nice example of a bullish accumulation pattern. And that pattern can be used to confirm a start of a new bullish wave. That pattern can be used for buying US 100 index, and that pattern can be used to confirm the strength of the buyers. What will be our signal exactly right here? Our signal will be a bullish violation of that blue resistance. The signal that we will look for will be a bullish breakout of that intraday resistance. We will look for a bullish violation of that and an hourly candle close above that. That will be our strong bullish confirmation. After that, we can look for buying the market, and after that we can look for a bullish wave higher to the new highs. So once we violate that resistance, we will buy on a retest of a broken structure. That will be our perfect entry for the trade. We will set our stop loss below the lows of the pattern. It will provide a very safe stop loss, and we will anticipate a growth to the next strong resistance. And the problem is that there are no historic resistances on US 100 index, and we are trading in the no man's land now. So to find the next strong resistance, I suggest relying on psychological levels, on the structures that are based on round numbers. Our closest strong psychological structure is going to be right here. It is 23.5. Yes, 23,500. It is the first round number based structure. And our target will be below that. That is going to be our goal for this long trade. So that will be a trend following swing trade on US 100 index. It is the example how we trade break off structure in a bullish trend, so-called BOS. If you are studying smart money concepts, I guess you should know this notion of break of structure and BOS. So we have a confirmed break of structure on a daily. We have a confirmed breakout of this strong daily resistance. We have a test of a broken structure, and our confirmation will be a breakout of this intraday resistance and a candle close above that. Then we will buy on a retest, anticipating a bullish continuation to the next psychological resistance. Let me introduce if everything is clear so far. Let me know if you agree with my analysis. So we started with discussing a consolidation and how to trade the consolidation. Then we are discussing how to do trend following. Let me know what else to analyze for you, and let me know if everything is clear in this trading setup. Then I see a question about euro dollar pairs. So we will quickly check that. Non the Zaba says, what if there's no retest? When do you enter the trade? Yes, sometimes there will be the situations when there's no retest, and sometimes we will miss the entry. That is part of the game. So cheating the retests, there's always a chance that your trade, your limit order, will not become active. But in the long run, as I always say, retest cheating always provides better reward to risk ratio for the trades. It gives bigger profits. So from a long-term perspective, you will make more money treating the retest. Even if you miss some of the entries, in the long run, you will make more money. So if we see a breakout of the resistance of this minor intraday resistance and there is no retest, there are two ways you can treat aggressive strategy, and you can just open the trade after a breakout, not waiting for a retest. If so, your reward to risk ratio for the trade will be not that good, but you will be in a trade. And another strategy is to set a buy limit order in a retest, but there's the chance that a retest will not happen. Yes, so it is kind of the trade-off, and depending on your own preferences, depending on your own plan, you choose by your own whether you trade aggressively with lower reward to risk ratio, or you trade conservatively with on retest with bigger reward to risk ratio. Yes, it is up to you. And I always say that I prefer retest trading because it gives safer entries and bigger potential reward. Yeah. Now, a couple of words about euro dollar. So I see a question about euro dollar from Mumo. So let's quickly check that. Important event happened on euro dollar that we need to discuss, because first thing to note is that euro dollar is now trading in a strong bullish trend since the beginning of the year. The market is strongly bullish. The market keeps rising, and since the beginning of the year, euro dollar gained almost 17% already. That is a crazy growth that we see on the market. And when the market updated the high right here in July, the market started to consolidate, and you can see that the market started to trade within a bullish flag pattern. We formed a classic bullish flag, and the market started to trade in a minor bearish trend within this flag. Then, in this bearish flag, the market dropped and the market tested a recently broken structure. Here we got our previous resistance that turned into a strong support after a breakout. And from that support, bullish movement started, and you can see that yesterday, with the yesterday's strong bullish movement, the price successfully violated the resistance of the flag. Resistance of the flag was broken, and you can see that not only the resistance of the flag was violated, but also we violated a minor daily resistance within the flag. We got a minor daily horizontal resistance right here. And if we execute a trend analysis, look how exactly the market acted. Here was our bearish trend within the flag. Here's how exactly the market was falling. Here was our bearish trend. And with this bullish candle, not only we violated the resistance of the flag, but we also violated the last lower high in this bearish trend. So we have a confirmed change of character right here, and this change of character signifies the violation of this minor bearish trend and the highly probable resumption of a long-term bullish trend. So we can make a prediction now that euro dollar is going to continue rising. And for now, the goal for the buyers can be based on our current high. That is going to be our goal for now. And from such a perspective, from such a perspective on a daily time frame, our demand zone, our zone for buying euro dollar will be that area, the area that is based on this broken horizontal structure that turned into strong support, and this broken trend line, this vertical structure and this horizontal structure will compose expanding demand zone, the zone from where with the high probability euro dollar will rise, and from where we are going to see a bullish movement at least to the current high. So bias is very bullish. I suggest waiting for a retest of that strong demand zone. Once that demand zone is reached, there I will look for a signal to buy. And once I see a proper strong confirmation, I will definitely share the update on my free Telegram channel. I will share the signal. So make sure that you subscribe to my free Telegram channel. You will find the link in the description to this live stream. Now let's check. Yes, let's check gold and silver. And I think let's start with silver because on silver I have a break of structure trade for you that I wanted to discuss. So let's start with silver first, and then let's check gold. But like I says, this is going to be my home from today. You are clear and very informative. Thank you, and I'm happy that you are enjoying the session. Yes. So let's check silver now. Let's check silver and let's see what is happening with silver. So what is so surprising to me is that silver nowadays is more volatile than gold, and the recent bullish swings that we see on silver are way stronger than we see on gold. I'm not sure why exactly it is happening, because usually gold and silver are very closely correlated, and very often strong bullish or bearish movements on gold are reflected in a price action on silver. But this year it is a bit different, and this year, even when gold is weak, even when gold is not moving, silver may rally nicely. And what happened with the market yesterday? The market managed to update the high. The market managed to update year's high and set a new higher high on a daily. You can see that obviously silver is trading in a strong bullish trend since April. You can see that the market is unstoppable, and it constantly updates higher highs and higher lows. And in this bullish trend, we have a very perfect example of a break of structure. Here was our strong daily resistance that was broken. We set a new higher high, higher close, and now we may assume that a broken structure now turns into a strong support, from where we can look for trend following buying, from where this bullish trend may continue. By the way, when you trade break of structures, traders, remember that there is no guarantee that the market is going to respect that structure exactly. We have way more supports below that, so the next bullish wave may start from any other support. For example, we have a strong support right here. As I remember, on silver, we also have some important trend line. Let me just remember where it is exactly. I think here it goes. Yes, so we have multiple strong supports on silver, and the problem is that a bullish wave may initiate from any of these supports, from our recently broken structure, that wide support, or from that trend line, or from that support the next strong bullish wave may start. So before we open a trade from one of the structures, we will strictly need to look for a confirmation signal. We will strictly need to look for confirmation on intraday timeframes before we execute our trade. So if silver updated the high, first of all, let's discuss where can be the next goal for the buyers, where the market will go next. We don't have any historic structures right here, so we should rely on something else. And as I explained with US 100 index at the beginning of this live stream, if there are no historic levels, let's rely on psychological levels. And our closest psychological level in that case is 40 level. That is going to be our first round number based psychological resistance. And we can make a prediction that silver is going to rise to that resistance. Then, your voice is getting low. I'm not sure if I changed anything in the settings of my mic, but traders, let me know how is the sound now. Do you hear me out loud? And let me know. Let me know if you have similar issues as my dollar has. Let me know, please. So we can make a prediction that silver is going to rise to that resistance, and we see a retest of that broken structure now. So we can look for a signal, we can look for a confirmation signal to buy, and we will analyze intraday timeframes, and we will discuss what will constitute a valid confirmation for us. Yes, thank you, Mitch. Thank you. Thank you, traders. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, if I'm happy that it is good. Yeah. So let's open the 4-hour time frame, and thank you, traders. Let's open the 4-hour time frame and check if we have something special on the 4-hour time frame. And on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we have some consolidation. You can see that on the 4-hour time frame, the market started to trade within this narrow range. You can see that here is the consolidation that we have right here. If you don't see it, by the way, on an hourly time frame, you will spot that in details. Yes, that is the sideways intraday price movement that we have on on silver right now. Returning back to a 4-hour time frame, based on that consolidation, we can build our solid plan for buying silver. What will be our plan? When we see a consolidation after a break of structure, this consolidation can be used to confirm whether that break of structure is valid or if it is a trap. Your bullish signal after a break of structure on a daily time frame will be a bullish breakout of a consolidation on the 4-hour. Why? Because it will confirm the intraday strength of the buyers. This minor resistance is a strong intraday supply zone where sellers are placing their selling orders. The violation of that will signify bullish imbalance. It will signify the excess of demand from the intraday perspective. And that will confirm to you that the break of structure that you spotted on a daily time frame is valid, that it is not a trap. So if a 4-hour candle closes above the resistance of that range, we can buy silver on a retest of a broken structure. Then that will be our perfect entry for buying silver. Stop loss will lie below the lows of the range. It will be very safe stop loss for your trade, and your take profit will be a couple of pips below a psychological level that we spotted on a daily. Yes, we spotted that 40 is our next potentially strong resistance. We discussed that it is going to be the next goal for the buyers, so we will set our take profit slightly below that, and that is going to be our trading plan for silver. Let's summarize it again. On a daily, we spotted a strong bullish trend. We spotted that the market updated the high. We have a confirmed, presumably confirmed, break of structure on a daily. We assume that a broken structure now turns into strong support, and we see a retest of that broken structure. On a 4-hour time frame, we spotted that retesting the broken structure, the market started to consolidate, and we have a narrow range on a 4-hour time frame. And we discussed that our confirmation to buy silver, our strong bullish signal, will be a breakout of its resistance, a 4-hour candle close above. Then we will buy the market on a retest, and then we will anticipate a bullish continuation higher. So that is the plan for silver. Let me know, traders, if everything is clear with that, and let me know if you agree with my analysis. Now let's check gold. Let's check gold, and let's analyze it. Yes, and yeah, again, for some reason, trading view is loading very slowly today. So yeah, here it goes. Let's check that out. And honestly, by the way, yesterday I took a pullback trade on gold. I was monitoring yesterday a resistance that was based on the confluence of that horizontal key level of that rising trend line. I also spotted yesterday a completed harmonic bearish ABCD pattern. That was the pattern that I spotted, and right here I spotted a very peculiar supply zone, and I decided to take a short trade from that yesterday. I was aiming at that resistance, and I shared short signal with the members of my VIP Signals group to sell gold from here, and it turned out that was a bad decision, and yesterday we were stopped out from that trade. Though technicals were very perfectly bearish. Right here on a 4-hour time frame, it was a bearish engulfing candle. Right here on an hourly time frame, after a test of that resistance, we got a nice double top pattern. Yes, and by the way, my entry was on a retest of a broken neckline of this double top pattern. Though this setup looked very perfect from my technical perspective, I was expecting a bearish movement to that support. I closed this trade in a loss, and with this bullish rally, with the strong bullish movement that we saw yesterday, I was stopped out from that trade. That was sad, but it is part of the game. Yeah. And what we see now is that gold is testing a very important resistance. We have a very strong resistance right here. And by the way, if you're studying support and resistance analysis, always remember, many of the members of my Telegram channel, my TradingView subscribers, were wondering why the market started to pull back from that level exactly, if our high is right here. When you analyze supports and resistances, you should always remember that when you look for a strong resistance will be based not only on the high from where bearish movement started, but also on a daily candle close. Daily candle closes are also very important levels. Daily candle closes are very important points. So when you draw the resistances, make sure that you take into consideration the high and the candle close. And if you're looking for a strong support, for example, like right here, look, we have a strong horizontal key level right here, this one. From that support, the price bounced nicely. To draw this support zone based on that key level, you should take into consideration a daily candle close as well. So your support is going to be like that. Yes, so always remember that rule. It is very, very important. So with multiple breakouts, with the breakout of that horizontal resistance and with the breakout of that horizontal resistance, gold turned very bullish yesterday, and now we are testing that significant resistance. Because the trend is obviously strongly bullish, the best plan that we can look for now is, of course, trend following. And what should we look for to buy gold? I think the best strategy to follow now is to wait for a bullish breakout of that daily resistance. I want to see a daily candle close above that resistance to confirm its violation. To me, it will be a very important bullish signal. It will be a very important bullish confirmation. After we see a breakout of that yellow resistance, presumably a broken structure will turn into a very strong support. And that will be a very perfect zone for us to look for buying. That will be a very perfect and safe zone from where we can look for buying gold. And where the market is going to go next. The next strong resistance is going to be right here. Yes, based on our all-time high. That is our current all-time high. And that is going to be the next goal for the buyers. So looking for buying on a retest of a broken structure, we will have a very nice growth potential. We will have a very nice potential profits for buying this broken structure. So that is the main plan that I stick to now. I want to see a breakout of that resistance, and then I'm going to buy, anticipating a bullish movement. Also, before breakout occurs, we may see some pullback. The market may easily retrace from that resistance temporarily to get some liquidity. And there are multiple supports that I want you to pay close attention to. We have a strong rising trend line right here. Let's draw it from here. It will be more accurate. We have a strong rising trend line right here. It is our strong support. We have a strong support right here, and we have a strong support right here. So we have three important supports that are lying relatively close to each other. And from one of the supports, a strong bullish wave may start. So if we see some retracement, if the market starts retracing, pay close attention to the structures. The structures are very significant. The structures are very important. And after test of one of the structures, look for a confirmation signal. Look for a signal to buy. Of course, once one of the structures is tested, I will share an update on my free Telegram channel, and definitely I will keep monitoring that, and I will share with you the updates. But on your own chart, keep these structures because they are very, very, very important. Now let's check the intraday price action and let's analyze how the market is reacting to our current resistance cluster, and if we see some important clues there. There's one peculiar bearish clue on the 4-hour time frame that we should note. Right here we have a classic bearish imbalance candle. Why it is a bearish imbalance candle? Because with the body of this candle, this bearish candle engulfed a range of a previous bullish candle. Such a candle we call a bearish engulfing candle, and it is a strong bearish candle that will signify highly probable retracement, a pullback from a potentially strong resistance. Then what we have on an hourly time frame, if we have something else over there. On an hourly time frame, we can see that right here we have a triple top. Yes, here is our triple top with the third top trying to invalidate the first two tops. Yes, so it's like something like that, and then we see that the price violated that minor support with quite a strong bearish candle, and we dropped even lower. So from the intraday price action perspective, gold looks bearish now. And I think that the market may easily drop even lower. We may see some intraday bearish continuation before breakout occurs. So get ready for some pullback before we see a breakout of our major daily resistance. The thing is that today we don't have any high impact news events that could influence gold prices today, so there is no catalyst that could trigger breakout or retracement. So technicals should be stronger today than during the days when there are some high impact fundamentals. So for that reason, the market might be a bit slow today. The market may consolidate more. And for that exact reason, because of the absence of high impact fundamentals, I think that there can be a high chance that we are going to see some retracement lower to lower structures. Then Mircea says, look at the next lower for our bearish engulfing. It didn't work. Why? Let me check. This one. You mean this one, right? Yeah, because in trading, nothing works with 100% accuracy. You will never find a pattern. You will never find a setup that will always work. And that was the pattern that I was relying on yesterday to short gold. Yes, and that was the pattern that provided a confirmation for me to sell gold yesterday. And I admit that because of that, I lost yesterday. Yes, relying on the signal yesterday, I closed the trade in a loss, and my prediction was wrong. But in the long run, trading, for example, 100 engulfing candles, this candles will have positive accuracy, meaning that more than 50% of these candles will provide reliable confirmation. So yes, good eye that you spotted a bearish engulfing candle right here. Good eye that you spotted that this pattern didn't work right here. Now we have a similar pattern, and this one looks better, by the way, because the yesterday's one, though it engulfed the body of that candle, it respected a minor support right here. So we got some minor structure right here. So it's kind of a bit a tricky thing, but yeah, as I said, there's no pattern that will have 100% accuracy, and some of the patterns will inevitably be the losing ones, and this one was a losing one, so there's a chance that this one will be a losing as well. Yes, it may happen. So let's see. It's very interesting what is going to occur, and as I always repeat, trend following strategy, trend following style of trading is always the most reliable and the most accurate. So you shouldn't short from that resistance. As I said, instead, the best plan that you can look for is the breakout of our current daily resistance. That plan will be more reliable, because following that plan, you will trade with the trend. Yes, with that plan, you will trade with this strong bullish rally. You will be on the side of this bullish rally. So the only thing that is missing in this plan is the breakout itself, and we don't know how much time the market will need to actually break that resistance. So you should be extremely patient to wait for a confirmed breakout of that resistance. Yeah, so let's see how it's going to unfold. As I said, I will keep you posted, and I will provide the updates regarding gold. I would not personally, I would not recommend selling from that resistance for now. I think it would be way better to just see some intraday bearish price action and assume that some pullback may happen, and just concentrate your attention on potential buying from that recently broken resistance that turned into support. Try to prioritize trend following trading. Mircea says, so why you are not selling gold today based on the same pattern like yesterday? Because yesterday, let me open the naked chart so you could better understand what is the difference. So what we have today, we have a test of that resistance, yes, on a daily. And I always say that daily time frame is the most important one. And what we got yesterday, we got the trend line. Yes, yesterday we got this trend line, we got this horizontal resistance, and as I said, we got a harmonic bearish ABCD pattern. So on a daily time frame, we got 3 different strong bearish clues. Yes, and a strong supply zone. So daily time frame perspective was way more bearish yesterday than it is today. Today we only have a test of that resistance and nothing else. And yesterday we got a strong confluence of vertical, horizontal structures and a harmonic pattern. So for that reason, I took a short yesterday, but I didn't take a short trade today. Yes, I hope you see the difference of two setups based on a daily time frame analysis. So from the intraday perspective, they are very similar. Then on intraday perspective, from the intraday perspective, we got a double top right here, neckline, breakout, retest. The bearish continuation was expected. Today we have kind of a similar pattern, breakout of neckline, retest, but daily time frame perspectives were completely different, and that is the main thing. Daily time frame is always the first time frame that we start our analysis with, and it is the core of our analysis. Stronger is the daily time frame, stronger is our technical analysis on the daily time frame, more accurate will be any intraday confirmation on the 4-hour, hourly time frame, etc. So I hope you understand how it works in top-down analysis. Hiba says, now buy or sell. Hiba, now wait. As I said, prioritize trend following and follow 2 potential scenarios. The first one is a breakout of our current resistance. If we break that, then look for buying, expecting a bullish movement to the all-time high, or expect a pullback to this recently broken structure and look for buying from that. These are two options in a trading plan for gold for today. Yes, let me introduce if everything is clear in my analysis. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what are your thoughts about gold, and let me know if you agree with my opinion. Now, the next one, I see a question about dollar yen. So let's analyze dollar yen and see what is up with dollar yen. And also question from Puria. Hello, Vasily. I have a question. With the assets that have not yet shaped up their future resistance or supply zones, how shall we decide when we are setting buying target with the assets that have not yet shaped up their future? Puria, so sorry, I don't understand your question. I think you can send me on Telegram your question with some picture, with example, so I could understand what you mean, because it is not sure what you are asking. Yeah, I read your question 3 times already, and I still do not understand what exactly what are you asking. Yeah. So dollar yen. The dollar yen here, what we see is that the market respected a significant daily resistance cluster. We had a wide daily resistance area that the price respected, at least for now, and from that we got a retracement. So the plan that I am sticking to on the dollar yen pair now, I'm looking for buying, and there are several supports that I am paying close attention to. This one, I think this one as well, and right here. Yeah, Mark says, why I paid for signals and I see that they cheating its VIP members, providing sending info about profits that are not existent, providing losses. Mark, what do you mean? I one day you recommended Elite Trading Signals as very good provider of trading signals. Yeah, Mark, I can sell the advertisement in my Telegram channel. So sometimes I get the money for advertising the channels, platforms, and stuff on my Telegram channel. So I need the money sometimes to operate my channel. So you should always do your own research before buying anything from the channels that I advertise. Yes. So on the dollar yen, here are multiple supports that I see. Here are multiple significant supports that I spotted, and from one of the supports, I will look for buying. With the yesterday's bearish movement that we saw, and with the local violation of that minor support that we got yesterday, I think that there is a chance that dollar yen pair may continue falling at least to that horizontal support. And yeah, so from one of the support, let's look for a pullback trade. I will keep you posted regarding this setup on the dollar yen, and once I see some signal, I will provide the update. So far, I think that the pair is going to turn bearish, and I think that this first support around 145.9 is going to be reached. So that is the plan. Ikram says, New Zealand dollar, can you analyze? Yes. Let me check. And by the way, my AC is not working today, and it is very hot outside. It is plus 35 today. And yeah, I forgot to reload the AC, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it is so hot in my apartment today, and yeah, it's so hard to do the streaming while it is so hot inside. So I occasionally lose my mind a bit because of that. So I hope, traders, that you understand. But I got dialogues with multiple members of my Telegram channel, and as I know that in Europe, I got a lot of members from France, Italy, and Spain. Yeah, it is it is like in hell now, with the weather being around plus 45 during the day and plus 35 at night. Yeah, it's crazy, and many people are living there without the ACs. So, man, that's crazy. So on New Zealand dollar pair, Ikram, I think that bullish trend is going to continue. We got a test of the significant rising trend line, and after a test of that trend line, we got a very important event. You can see that the market was correcting within this falling channel. It was a very perfect example of a bullish flag, and you can see that the flag's resistance was broken. Daily candle closed above the resistance of the flag. We also violated this minor daily horizontal resistance, providing extra strong bullish confirmation. So I think that because the pair is trading in a bullish trend, because the market has a tendency to update the highs. I think that bullish trend is going to continue right here. And it looks to me that New Zealand dollar pair may easily continue growing to our current high, and that is going to be the next goal for the buyers, most likely. So that is the goal for now, and I think that this one will be the target, the target probably even for this week. So anticipate more growth. Let's check if there are some. Yeah, and the intraday price action on New Zealand dollar pair looks also strongly bullish. You can see that after a breakout of our structure, the market started to consolidate. We got a nice consolidation and the price formed a bullish triangle. The price formed an ascending triangle pattern. Yes, and its resistance was broken. Hourly candle closed above the resistance of this triangle, and that provided a strong intraday bullish confirmation. So intraday perspective, intraday price action is also strongly bullish right here, so it's reasonable to anticipate more growth. Oh, sorry. Let me introduce what else to analyze for you. Let me know if you have any questions. I saw a question about Bitcoin. Let's quickly examine what is happening with Bitcoin now. I guess you saw that the market became extremely weak, and for now the price is consolidating within a range. Yes, that is another range. On the today's session, we discussed a lot of different examples of horizontal parallel channels and ranges, and you can see that this range is formed after a strong bullish wave. So we got a strong bullish rally. After the price updated the all-time high, we started a consolidation and the market started to trade in sideways within this horizontal parallel channel. And the plan that we can stick to, we can look for a breakout of the resistance of the flag. It can provide the next strong trend following signal. So if we violate that resistance cluster, we are going to go to the new highs. And the problem is that we don't know how much time the market is going to continue consolidating within that range. It is a summertime market, so Bitcoin may easily keep staying within that range even till the end of summer. So get ready that the market will continue consolidating. Remember that the market may easily stay and test the resistance and the support of the range a lot of times. So for now, consolidation continues. You can see that the market nicely respected the resistance of the range, and so far we see quite a strong bearish movement from that. So those who are looking for buying, wait for a test of the support of the range. So far it is the closest safe area for potential buying. Wait for its test, and here look for a confirmation signal to buy, and then you can anticipate the bullish movement to the resistance of the range. So far that is the plan for Bitcoin. Yeah. Then RU says, are you Russian, Vasily? Because I am easily understand your English. Yes, I am. Yeah. Yes. Now question about pound dollar pair. Let's check pound dollar and let's analyze it. On a pound dollar pair, as with other dollar pairs like Euro dollar or New Zealand dollar that we discussed today, pound dollar trading in a strong bullish trend, the price tested a very important support. It is, by the way, an order block zone that is based on the last higher low in this strong bullish trend. So we got a test of a significant support area, and after a test of that significant support area, the price formed inside bar pattern. Here is our inside bar formation. You can see that the market started to trade within the range of this modest bar. Yes, you can see that the candles started to respect the range of the modest bar, and 1, 2, 3 candles closed within its range, and then finally the resistance, the upper boundary of the modest bar was broken. We updated a local high, and that was a clear sign of strength of the buyers and a strong bullish confirmation. One more thing that happened right here, by the way, was a breakout of a resistance line of this bullish flag. So we got multiple strong bullish confirmations on pound dollar pair, and because the trend is bullish, because we are trading in a strong bullish trend, because we just tested a strong order block zone, I think that pound dollar, similarly to euro dollar, to New Zealand dollar, that the pair is going to continue rising. And I think that pound dollar is going to move up. Again, today we don't have any high impact fundamentals that may affect pound dollar, euro dollar, New Zealand dollar pairs dramatically. So technicals should dominate, and for now, technicals are very strongly bullish on the pound dollar pair. Finard says, can't see a thing. I don't know, Finard. I hope that other members see the chart. You know, I have here on YouTube, I have a tiny window that shows me what you presumably see. Yeah, the scene that you should see, and for now it shows that, yeah, it shows pound dollar pair. So I hope it works. Try to restart, reload your page if you see nothing. I guess that is going to be the best solution. I do admit that sometimes I got the problems with connection. It happens very randomly, but it happens. But it feels like now it works. Yeah, so please check it from your side. Yeah. Then pound yen. Pound yen is in a consolidation. And by the way, those who are watching this live stream from the beginning should know that, should remember that we discussed a lot of different examples of range trading and consolidation trading. And on a pound dollar pair, we have a consolidation, and here we have a perfect example why blind consolidation trading, why blindly buying from a support and selling from a resistance in a consolidation does not work. Yesterday on the pound dollar pair, we got this trap right here. We have quite a deep liquidity grab, and buying blindly from the support of the range, you could easily be stopped out. Yes, if you just decided to set your buy order on that support, I guess with the 100% probability you would be stopped out from that trade with this liquidity grab. That is why it is so important to analyze intraday timeframes and look for confirmations before you open any trade. It will help you to avoid these traps. Of course, you will not be able to avoid all the traps, but the majority will be avoided. That is the main thing. And because pound yen pair is strongly bullish, because we are trading in a bullish trend, this consolidation to me is a flag, a bullish flag. And from the support of the flag, I expect a bullish movement to the resistance of the flag. So I am bullish, and I do believe that pound yen is going to reach at least 199.55 level. I think that this level is going to be reached soon. And as your strong trend following signal, you can consider looking for a breakout of the resistance of the flag. Daily candle close above that will be your strong bullish confirmation, and then most likely the market is going to rise more. Now let's check how the price reacted to our support and if we have any strong confirmations. On the 4-hour time frame, you can spot a very nice bullish confirmation after a test of our support. You can see that after we tested our support, after a liquidity grab, the price formed a double bottom right here. A double bottom with the higher low. Here was the first bottom. Here is the second bottom. The price formed this double bottom with the higher low. We formed a nice bullish imbalance candle right here, engulfing the range of a previous strong bearish candle. We violated that. We got a minor change of character right here. So from the intraday perspective, pound yen looks strongly bullish now. And yes, as I said, there's a high chance that bullish growth is going to continue and that we are going to reach the resistance of our range soon. Yes, that is what I see on a pound yen, and the outlook is strongly bullish. And look how, let's by the way quickly study the liquidity grab that we got right here. Yes, so we were falling very rapidly. We were falling, forming high momentum bearish candles, and we dropped way below our support. And then you can see that we started to form quite strong bullish candles. And look how the bullish momentum was rising. That was our first bullish candle. And then the body of the second bullish candle was stronger. And then the body of the third bullish candle was even bigger. So you can see how the momentum was rising right here, and that could help you to spot a manipulation and the fake out, yes, easily, just studying the momentum and candlestick bodies. So always pay close attention to candlesticks. Candlesticks are very important, and very often candlesticks alone will help you to spot reliable confirmation signals. Yes. So traders, I don't see any questions. So thank you for thank you for your time. Thank you for joining and listening. I hope that you enjoyed today's session. Yes, we got a lot of questions today. And as always, traders, do not forget to subscribe to my social networks. I have a free Telegram channel where I share free trading signals on daily basis. I have a trading view page, Facebook group, Twitter, Instagram. You will find all the links in the description to this live stream. Also, I have 2 books for you. I wrote a book about smart money concepts trading. If you're interested in learning smart money concepts from basics to advanced, you can check that. You can find more info on my website. Also, if you're interested in top-down analysis and multiple time frame analysis trading, I have a book for you, 500 pages long book teaching my trading strategy, teaching my top-down analysis trading strategy. You can find more info on my website. Both books are also available on Amazon. I also have a VIP signals group where I provide signals with entry, stop loss, and target, and I have a trading academy where I do the live streams on daily basis. Also on my website, you can find a lot of free educational articles on different subjects: smart money concepts, gold, trading, trading psychology, trading basics. There are more than 100 articles on different topics with examples. You can check that on my website. Check the page free education. Thank you for joining. Do not forget to like this live stream. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. The recording of the live stream will be provided in a couple of minutes. I will also provide time codes for better rewatching experience. Thank you and see you soon. Thank you for your questions, traders, and I appreciate your time.